So beginning with settling your bodies on the chairs where you're sitting, feeling your feet on the floor, and allowing your breath to simply flow in and out a few times. I'd like to begin by opening our sacred space here for us. So winds of the south, energy of the great serpent, be with us today. Coil your rings of light around us and bring with you those wonderful gifts of non-attachment, of non-suffering, and of non-judgment to this space. And allow us to shed anything that no longer serves us. Thank you for being here today. Winds of the south. Winds of the west, we welcome you to this sacred space. We invite you in. Energy of the jaguar and the lynx, please be with us and bring your gifts of protection, of creating a safe space, of noticing what is beneficial to notice, of walking with us as we walk with you, treading softly on the earth. Aho. Winds of the north, energy of the bumblebee, the butterfly, the great dragon, and the dragonfly. We invite you into our sacred space. Thank you for bringing your gifts, gifts of abundance, gifts of blossom and nectar, gifts of all things that nourish us and make us feel whole. Aho. Sweet winds of the east, welcome. Powerful eagle and kite and buzzard, may we fly with you. May we fly and feel your wings alongside our arms. May we glide through the skies and see the big picture and also the fine detail that is beneficial to see for us today. Aho. Sweet earth and Gaia that rests under our feet, that grows around us, that surrounds us, that we are part of. Sweet Mother Gaia, thank you for all your riches, all your great crystals and your smooth silts, for all your rocks and all your soils and everything that grows with and on and through you. Aho. Sweet star nations, planets, our sun, our moon, and all the healed ones and healed ancestors, please be with us today. We welcome you into this special space. Aho. And placing your hands on your heart, feel that heart connection to all that is, all that flows through everything at every time. Sweet ether, sweet compassion and love and free energy, the one with so many names, the one that flows through all. Please be with us today. Aho. And I'll reach up and grasp the beautiful Viracocha body of light and put that over my body. And I invite you to do the same. And I'd also like to put my Viracocha over you all. So I invite you today to set an intention to connect to our summer solstice sun, and with it, our strawberry moon. And through it, I invite us to journey towards the gifts, some gifts of the earth, and to seek out and to be guided towards some healing edible plants that wish to show and reveal themselves to us today. And so I invite you to allow yourself to walk along a path through a field of wildflowers, noticing the air around you and being guided, following the path. And as you approach the end of the path, at this particular end, we see a wonderful round wooden door in front of you. And before we step through this door, I invite you to ask yourself, is there anything I need to let go of before I go through? And allow yourself time to do that. And when you feel ready, we shall open the door. I invite you to open the door and enter into the inner garden of the middle world, the middle world. And before you are some green, beautiful hills, rolling hills, not too steep. Nice, undulating, grassy hills. And I invite you to walk on those and feel how that feels under your feet. And we're going to go up the hill in front of you. I invite you to walk up to the top of the hill, the mound. And as you reach the top, we gaze over the horizon. And there is a little dip in the hill over the other side. And shining down in this dip happen to be some rays of the sun shining in that particular place. I invite you to walk over towards down the other side of the hill and heading towards this warm patch. There are some soft clouds in the sky above you. And as you approach it, allow yourself to find a really comfortable position, standing or sitting, feeling once again the soft earth under your feet, the grass, the firm ground, and connecting for a moment to those deep layers that go deep and deeper beneath our feet. And recognizing that as we go deeper, there is the crust and the mantle, and then the core. And we acknowledge those. And give thanks for those. And allow your breath to come back into the body, through the body from the earth. And as you breathe in and out, you gaze up at the sun, placing your gaze somewhere comfortable, and allow yourself to open up to how the rays of this summer solstice feels right now. The still point. How do those rays feel as they touch different parts of your body? From head to toe, back and front. And notice what you notice here. And sweet, powerful sun, summer solstice light. What in this moment, what do you represent for me, to me? And solstice light, how may I work with you? And solstice sun, is there anything that I can do for you? And sweet sun with the golden rays, is there a gift here? And if you would like, if it feels right, where would that gift like to go? Would that gift like to come within you? Would that gift like to stay? And acknowledging that, we thank the solstice sun. And as you open your eyes and see the green and beautiful undulating hills around you, you notice a new path just ahead of you, meandering down, further down into the valley. And you begin to follow the path, step by step, walking on the lovely path that lies before you. And as you walk further and further, further and further, you eventually come to a small gate, and on the gate is a beautifully painted sign, and it says, "Welcome to the inner edible garden." And you ask yourself, is there anything I need to do before I press the latch and open the gate? And if there is, you give yourself a moment to do that. And when you're ready, you press the latch and open the gate. And inside you see an abundance and a pharmacopoeia of growth, of plants of all shapes and forms, beds rich with different plants, with different vegetables and different fruits and different leaves. And you walk slowly, slowly you begin to walk around this garden. taking in the verdancy, the greenness, and the life force. And as you walk around, you ask, is there a plant here? Is there an edible plant that would like to reveal itself to me, who I would benefit from getting to know better? And if you wish, a guide may come and help you, guide you towards it. Or perhaps you just walk around and its leaf rustles or it shows itself to you. And once you have found it, I'd invite you to move closer towards it, to move closer and to crouch. Crouch closer if you need to crouch, or to stretch up if you need to stretch. And to get to know this plant. What can you notice here? Is there any aroma? How does it feel to touch? And we ask, Spirit of this plant, Spirit of this plant, what do you represent to me? Spirit of this plant, how can I work with you? Sweet plant, is there anything that I can do for you? And I wonder, is there a gift here? And what is it beneficial for me to do with the gift? And as you connect to this plant and notice all that is good to notice, as you feel the energy of this plant, if you would like to finish this sentence, please do in your mind's eye. In this moment, I feel. and I am. And I can. And reaching forward to softly touch the plant with your hand. We give thanks for this connection, for this sharing of being. And I invite you then to come back onto the garden path in the inner garden and begin to gently, and at a pace that suits you, continue down through the paths in the edible gardens all the way around. And you follow the path, and the path leads you. It leads you to another gate. And on this gate is another hand-painted sign that says, "Welcome to the edible forest and orchard." And you have a quick check-in whether you're ready to open the gate. Is there anything you need to do before? And you open the latch and allow yourself to walk into a beautiful, much cooler wooded area with trees of different sizes and all different kinds. Some with buds, some with nuts, and some with fruits. And you walk through the shady forest and you ask, is there a tree here that would like to connect with me, that would be beneficial for me to connect with today? And when one calls to you, or you feel drawn to one, you move closer and allow yourself to gaze upon it, to take it all in, its colour, its texture, its vibration. Plant that I have found in this inner orchard and forest. At this moment, what do you represent to me? Do you go by a name? And how is it beneficial for me to work with you? Sweet tree or plant, is there anything that I may do for you? And I wonder, is there a gift here? And what does this represent to me? And what does it feel right to do with this gift? Would you like to bring it in and take it with you? Or would it like to stay in the space? And as you connect to this plant on all these levels, and you feel its vibration, I wonder how you would finish the sentence. In this moment, I feel. I am. And I can. And reach down and holding your hands towards this plant, or reaching across. Say thank you, giving thanks. Thanks for this opportunity to get to know each other a bit better. And you step away softly, giving thanks again, and begin to walk on a bit further down the path as the path curves around the outside, alongside the edge of the forest, curving round. And you walk, enjoying the air, feeling the air, smelling the aromas, listening to the sounds. And the path guides you all the way round, round past the forest and round past the vegetable area. And it's coming to a gate that's leading out. And just before you leave that gate, you look down and notice a small alpine strawberry plant. And the strawberry is shining up at you in its red colour. And it's inviting you in to connect with it. And take a moment to allow that connection and where that might go. And the leaves of the strawberry plant are growing up towards the sun. And they're reaching up as the strawberries dangle off. And it makes you gaze up at the sky. And you gaze up and see the sun and think behind there, later on with dusk, this beautiful full strawberry moon will come out. And I invite you to take a moment to connect to the energy of the strawberry full moon and how that light might feel, that reflective light might feel as it radiates down over your head, over your shoulders, over your body. And I invite you to breathe as the moon goes in its cycle, growing bigger and bigger. So our breath can grow deeper and deeper as we softly rest under the gaze of the full moon. And giving thanks for that and to that beautiful planet or moon. I invite you then to press the latch and to open the gate back out into the undulating green hills. And once again, feeling the grass underneath your feet, I invite you to walk up the valley and up over, reaching for the crest of the soft rounded hill. Turning around and gazing farewell to all that inner world and inner experience. And turning forward again as you go over the crest of the green hill and down the other side, walking one step in front of the other towards the door, the big round door. And just before we leave, one more check-in with, in this moment, I feel. In this moment, I am. In this moment, I can. And when you feel ready, opening the door and stepping over the threshold back into the field with the path surrounded by wildflowers. Begin to walk back further and further, walking the return journey back to where you began. And resting there, feeling your breath and feeling your body, and taking time to softly and gently lift your Viracocha up over your bodies and over your heads and releasing it up to the light and the space of light above you. And I invite you now to write down anything that's you would like to write down. And I'll invite Catherine to stop the record.